Hey everyone, so this is just a really quick video that I decided to put together. I actually wasn't sure whether to upload it or not. Um, you know, Coming up to Inktober, what is the first day of Inktober, I decided to just design a couple of little characters and sketches. So this is one of them that I've come up with, and it's basically of an anglefish. I've just swapped the roles around, so I've got the person that's inside the fish tank, and basically have just put in a lot of the yellow first. And the reason why I'm doing that is to get all the light sorted. So really no other lights and areas of light here besides the little bulb coming off the head of this fish. So I want to get that in and basically just work the background colors around it. Hopefully just get them all in wet into wet. It almost feels a bit like a coloring book at times when I'm doing line and wash. You don't want to go too dark as well because you do want to see some of the lines come through. Now this is a really important part, and I've just re-wet some of the yellow and basically blended in the blue surrounding it just to get a nice soft transition, a nice soft edge. Don't want any hard edges, so just want that light to kind of fade out. And the blue that I'm using, I'm pretty sure it's cobalt blue. Got a bit of purple in there as well, a bit of sepia. And the desk here, I'm just using a bit of burnt sienna and mixing in some bluish color down the bottom. So mainly I just want that middle area to be lit and just preserve that light essentially. And for the little things and that in the background, I'm just going over with very light washes. I'll do another video where I'll just use my water brush, which, I mean, you got a lot less control because it's just one brush and you can't vary the level of water or really the dryness of the brush, but you can still get a pretty decent line and wash done with it, as long as you just keep to very simple colors and composition. What I'm doing here, I'm just trying to darken up some areas, especially around the top left and top of the painting. And that's all dried off now. I'm just going in and picking off areas where I might want to accentuate, and I've actually put in just got the idea to put in some water sprinklers, the kind of ones that that you see in buildings, fire, what do you call them, fire sprinklers. So yeah, I just decided to put them in, seeing as the main character is a fish. And now I'm just using a lot of darker colors to just add in a bit more depth. Camera's gone a little bit off, but you can still see what I'm doing. Just adding in some of the darker tones on the arms and left side of the body, because you've got the light on the right side. Okay, now this one is just another really simple one. I didn't spend much time drawing this, probably a few minutes. And I've got a light bulb hanging from the roof on the top left hand corner, and trying to get the same sort of effect as we did before and preserve that area of light. So especially when the paint's all wet like this, you just really feel the urge to go in there, and it takes a lot of self-control to just leave it and just hope, hey, it's going to turn out fine when the colors all mix together. I mean, with this paper, it's a bit funny because, as you can see, it dries unevenly, and I have to go in and pick out these little puddles that just keep forming in the little troughs of the paper, because it's a very thin sort of paper and does warp. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're doing watercolor line and wash. You can use all types of paper, but if you have thicker paper or decent watercolor paper, then that sort of thing's not likely to happen, or less likely to happen anyway. I'm almost done. Really just going through and coloring in bits and pieces. One of my favorite illustrators and artists is Quentin Blake, and I read a lot of Roald Dahl books when I was younger, which kind of helped introduce him to me for the first time. And yeah, just really love his work and drew a bit of inspiration for that. Anyway, thanks for watching.